So I'm tired of looking a mess. How I look right now is how I look um, most of the time. And I'm just tired of it, ultimately. Let me go ahead and move this out the way. But I'm just tired of looking crazy, even while I'm chilling in the house. And when it comes to making content creation a career, since I don't have a faceless channel, how I look plays a large part in creating content. Because as a Black woman, right, hair, I'm not saying for all Black women, but for a lot of Black women, hair is a major part of our appearance. And with that being said, like I know you heard the phrase before, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you're going to make content that gives off in the content, you give off that you're confident and everything like that. And you're going to be more inspired to create content because you feel good, because you look good. So, me, I'm a straight hair natural. I used to wear my hair natural, like curly. But once I got pregnant, I started to wear my hair straight because it's just easier to manage. So and whether you wear your hair straight, however you wear your hair as a Black woman, oftentimes there's like this window of time where your hair looks amazing and you feel great, you know your hair looks good, and overall, you just are confident in your appearance. That window of time could be anywhere from 5 days, 8 days. But after that, you 9 times out of 10, you don't like your hair anymore. And that just changes your mood. It's cool to say, like, oh, how you look shouldn't change how you feel about yourself. But I just don't think that's realistic a lot of the time. And I'm when my hair is like in its prime, like this right now, my hair is not in its prime right now. This is 2-week old hair that needs to be done. I'm showing up on camera because I told myself I'm gonna go live for 30 days. That's the only reason I'm here, coming on camera like this. And going live for 30 days has shown me how much easier, like, this is the thing. If I could essentially optimize my appearance for content creation, I like saying it, I know it could sound a little bit weird, but just try and follow where I'm going. If I could optimize my appearance for content creation, then I can lower the resistance barrier to just pressing record, turning on the camera, and making the content. Right now, my beauty regimens and all that stuff is not necessarily optimized for content creation. It's not optimized for my main goal of becoming a successful YouTuber. When you're just going throughout your everyday life, it's okay to just have your days. Like, we're all going to have our days where we're not in tip top shape. That's cool. But I don't know, like, content creation is my top goal. So I'm learning throughout this journey. The more I can alter different areas of my life to make this work, the 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 better off I am with getting to where I want to get. So I don't know what it's going to look like for me to optimize my appearance for content creation, but I want to do that. And I'm not the type to go to any extremes. I'm not talking about any procedures or anything like that, but it's just about, I feel like I'm learning everything kind of comes back to having systems in place and making sure you look a certain way so that you can more easily create content is just about creating a system for that. So that's something that I want to do. Also, in general, I guess outside of content creation, I don't want to feel like I can only look good on special occasion. The way my life has been, that's how it's kind of been for me. Like, I don't just maintain this level of looking good just because. If I'm in the house, which I'm these days in my life, I mostly am, I'm looking just frazzled. I'm looking crazy, you know? I'm just looking some type of way because, oh, nobody's going to see me. So why do I even have to put effort into how I look? But I'm trying to get out of this state of mind. Like, it's not even about, maybe it is, but like, I only have one life. And do I want to spend 70% of my life looking crazy just because nobody's going to see me? No, like, I want to just always feel good. I would be lying to you if I said like my mood isn't altered by the way I look sometimes. It's not altered to the point where it'll stop me from getting what I have to get done. The other day, my husband said to me, my husband, he's right here, but he gets dressed every day, guys. He puts on an outfit. He works from home, but he doesn't like, I'll get up, stay in my pajamas all day, wear my scarf all day, just look crazy. But he's not like that. He will get up, put on an outfit, and look put together. That's just him. And he told me the other day, well, he like basically he does that because it helps him with his work. And he was like to me, like, you could, you like, I don't care how I look, I'm still gonna work anyways, you know? And that's true. Like, how I look in the house doesn't affect my work ethic, but it affects my how I feel about myself. Cause deep down, I want to like be put together in the house, be put together in public, be put together 24/7. That's just one of my goals. I don't care if it's like superficial. Why? I'm a person that wants to take full advantage of the beauty that God has blessed me with. I don't feel like I prioritize beauty. I just never been the type. Like, when I was in high school, I was a tomboy pretty much. And I went to a high school where like it wasn't a fashion show every day. Like, what if you're watching live or if you're watching on the replay, was your high school one of those high schools where you like everyone treated it like a fashion show? You had to come, or there was this expectation that you every single day you wear the flyest outfit that you can put together every day. Again, like at my husband's high school, they did that type of thing. He said that he would choose his outfit like basically every night before going to school. I wasn't doing that. The culture of my high school was like sweats, yoga pants, very chill, very laid back. But other high schools in my city, it was that fashion. We pulling up with True Religion down, polo down, new Jordans every time they come out. But that just wasn't the nature. So then that's just the culture of my high school. Then you have my subgroup. I was a basketball player. So the people I hung around were always in like athletic gear. We were more concerned with like what we were wearing on the court than what we were wearing to come to school. Like, it just, but we would have our days, okay, like this Friday, we're getting dressed. Like, we're pulling out the outfits and we're pulling up clean. So I just had years of not prioritizing my looks on a daily basis. And I'm recognizing that's like a skill. I look at women, like, have you guys ever seen, like, or have on maybe your social media or someone like, this girl is always on it. Her hair is always done. You guys, I don't know how to do my own hair. I don't know how to put on makeup. I'm 27 years old. I never prioritized that type of stuff. So therefore I never learned how to do it. And I'm just like over that. Like, am I gonna go my whole life not learning these things because I don't know how to do it? Oh, I'll pay for someone to do my hair. I love getting my hair done, but it's like I wanna eventually know how to do my own hair. And honestly, becoming a mom, all throughout my pregnancy, I wanted to try and learn, like, get this beauty regimen stuff a part of my daily routine because I have a daughter and I was having a daughter, and I eventually want to be able to teach her that. Throughout my pregnancy and this first year of being a mom, oh hell no. I I have experienced more self-neglect in this first year of being a mom than I've ever had in my life, so that went down the drain. But now that I'm getting back to being more of myself, I'm just trying to, like, figure out how can I learn these skills so I could pass it on to my daughter. I want her to know how to pamper herself, even if I didn't grow up that way, you know? My mom is a natural beauty. She doesn't never had to do much to be exude her beauty. And regardless if she did have to do a lot, I don't even know if I would have followed in her footsteps because I was just on some tomboy stuff for a lot of my life. But as I've matured through womanhood, femininity is such an important part of the identity I'm trying to walk into. And ultimately, this does relate to my content creation dreams because it's just easier to create when you look good. Is this about pretty privilege? I don't know if it's about pretty privilege because I don't necessarily think you have to be pretty in order to be a successful content creator. But when you show that effort in yourself, I think people feel it on the other end. Let me take a moment to see what you guys are saying. Lavender Afternoon Home Life Vlogs is tapping in. She says, I love this combo. Relatable. Hey, good evening, sis. You're live. Love your content. Hey, Brittany. Sine, thank you for being here with me, love. Lavender says, stay at home wife and student life has changed my attire. Haha. I relate with the scarf on the head looking crazy all day in the house. Yo, for me as well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a wife. Thankfully, I have a husband who loves me either way. And oftentimes at the end of the day, I'll come to him, say some type of thing. I'll say something like, but I'm a crust. I'm a, I'm crusty. I'm this and I'm that. And he just always affirms me and says he loves me either way. And I love myself either way. But I'm just ready to walk into my put together 24/7 season. And I can't stress enough because there's many reasons, but I always want to tie it back to my main goal. And my main goal is to be a successful content creator. Hi Maggie, how are you? Do you have anything you want to say on the topic? What is your who if anyone wants to share their experience in terms of just like looking a mess all the time? Like for me, I just want that to go out the window. So let's talk a little bit about what like how you look in the house versus how you look in public. I have um I have invested in my wardrobe, but of course I put that investment in my outside clothes. Who else has outside clothes? Like why is that a thing? The outside clothes take priority over the inside clothes. I just now got rid of a pair of pajama pants that I had since I was like 12 years old. Why was I walking around the house in Hello Kitty pajama pants from when I was 12 years old? I you're saying this whole time, Nala, you didn't have money to buy some real adult pajamas? It's just like I never prioritize that stuff. How many of us have drawers in our underwear from when we was in high school? Like, why am I the only one? Because why are we like that? You know? Why is that not a priority? Why is it such a like thing that we put to the wayside. Abigail says, I would love to hear how you plan to do this. I will get into that in 1 second, Abigail. Thank you for being here with me. I have Lavender says, I have definitely missed opportunities of filming on days I've had the perfect opportunity and all the stars align, except I'm looking crazy. Oh my God. This is one of the worst experiences to go through as a woman, whatever gender, I don't think it matters, as a content creator. Everything is teed up, but you just aren't presentable. And that's the thing about social media. When you're presentable, right? People can just, you become more approachable, I think is a great word. You know, social media mirrors real life. You could be the coolest, greatest person, right? But if you come out your house looking crazy, people are probably going to be like, oh, well, I don't know what this person is on. They obviously woke up on the wrong side of the bed. They didn't even have time to put on a decent outfit, get their hair together. They're just looking a mess. So you get casted away, you know? And when it comes to social media, why not give yourself the best opportunity to be approachable and allow people in to whatever the message, to whatever content that you're going to have? And that's what I want to do. I want to stop having these moments where it's the perfect, everything else is perfect, except I'm looking crazy. That's a barrier that I have power in removing in terms of creating content more consistently. Derek says, now that I'm constantly creating content, I have to make sure my head is always shaved. I didn't care before. And that's funny that we're getting a male perspective, because I looked at my husband today. I'm like, you have a real good. I said something like, you have a you, you're lucky to be a man, because you could just throw on a hat and you still look good. And he's like, no, I didn't. I don't know. He disagreed with what I said. But I'm sure for guys, when they don't have a fresh cut or their head isn't shaved, it's the same feeling. You're not as presentable as you would like to be. Maggie is agreeing with me. Definitely an issue for me. Shelly, hello, if you're still here. All right. So Abigail says, I would love how you hear how to hear how you plan to do this. And what she's referring to is the title of this video, which is I must learn how to look put together 24/7. All right, here's my plan. It's still rough. It's still in rough draft mode. I'm going to have to learn how to do my own hair. That's number one, because the hair is like the biggest, like, come on, guys. Like, let me just turn around. Oh, let me just turn around so you can see what I'm working with right here. The hair is a big part of it. And I can't get to the salon every week, and nor can I afford to do that. I can't go to the salon every week. So then that's another, I'm held up because I gotta wait for my next appointment, you know? But that's the thing, guys. Derek can whip out his razor, shave his shit down, and he's ready to go. But I digress. I need to learn how to do my hair. I have put this off for years and years and years. When I was natural, when I'm a straight hair natural, I have put it off, and I'm like, I can't do it. Someone needs to just do my hair. It's going to take me probably a good 3 years to learn how to do my hair. But my whole thing is, I just need to start now. Honestly, my YouTube journey, content creation, has taught me that I can learn how to do hard things. And over time, I'm going to get better. And over time, I will see results. So now I'm less afraid to start this journey of learning how to do my own hair. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to learn how to do my own makeup, because I just don't like being 27 years old and I can't even do a basic situation on my face. Um, and I'm gonna there's a makeup place called Blue Mercury. It's like Sephora, but it's a little bit more upscale. And that's where I got some makeup from earlier, like at the very, very end of 2023. And I'm just gonna rely on, people at Sephora or people at Blue Mercury, like get some lessons. I think it's like $35 at Sephora to get a makeup lesson. I could let go of that and get some makeup lessons. And um I have a like acquaintance, definitely like someone that I love and appreciate. We're not necessarily friends just yet, but she has let me know that whatever I need help with, she's willing to help me. And she's a woman that I know, like her hair, she switches up her hair. Whenever I see her, she got a different hair situation. Whenever I see her, her makeup's always done. She's probably just had way more experience. There's girls that's been doing their makeup since 13 years old. That's not me. Just not. When I was 13, I was worried about sneakers. I was a sneakerhead. I wasn't worried about no makeup. So I'm going to just basically use my resources to learn how to do different beauty related things. And hair and makeup is a big part. Like hair and makeup is like the biggest part in terms of content creation, right? I don't mind coming on here with my natural face. Like I'm not, and obviously I don't mind coming on here and my hair looking like this, but it's just having the skill set and making this a part of my everyday life being put together. Another thing that I'm going to do is honestly beauty, self-care. That's not a part of my niche, but I'm going to make it a part of my content strategy in some way. I have been interested in playing around with short form content again, but I just needed an area to kind of focus on. So I'm thinking about potentially documenting this journey of me learning how to be put together 24/7, perhaps in a short form format. And it's okay if it doesn't get views or if people don't watch it. For me, because content creation is my biggest goal, if I could relate other goals to it, it's just better off for me. And when it comes to wardrobe, I one of the things I want to do is put together I think I call it a house clothes capsule or a home capsule. I'm big on capsule collections. I'm not a person that likes to just buy random clothes. I like to invest in clothes. So I'm thinking of putting together like a home capsule, maybe like 6 shirts, like a home uniform. If most of my work happens in my house and I work from my house, then I need to figure out what are clothes that I can wear indoors where I always look good, always feel constant. Loungewear. Yes, Shelly. Loungewear. A loungewear capsule. Yes. That's what I want to create for myself because if I can always like just have a nice, cute set to put on every day, some type of loungewear uniform in the house that will work if I need to go outdoors and run an errand or something. That's what I want to create for myself. And then slowly over time, buy that loungewear capsule collection. I honestly want a lot of my loungewear to come from Skims. I just like that brand. I just think it's like very fitting for my lifestyle as a content creator, as a wife, as a mom. It's just simple stuff. So let me just take a moment to see what you guys are saying. Lavender says, no, don't go to the salon every week. You could dress up a cute, high, messy bun, swoop some baby hair, and curl some little dangles on the sides or protective styles that last like passion twists. So I want to share my opinion on this, but everyone's hair is different, so it's whatever. But for me, the protective styles like braids and passion twists, they just don't work. I already have very sensitive edges, and they've became even more sensitive since having a baby. So I don't have that option in my arsenal. And honestly, I'm big on personal branding here. Let's talk about it for a second, guys. Let's talk about it for a second. I'm big on personal branding. Along with a personal brand, in my opinion, you need a signature look. That doesn't mean you can't switch up your hair every now and then, but for me, I want to stay as close to a signature look as possible. And these options here of a messy bun, that I don't even feel like I know how to do these options here. I don't know how to. I feel like every style that I do, I'll be in the mirror for an hour trying to mess with my hair and it comes out looking crazy. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep trying, keep trying. I really want to have a signature look though. That's just a big deal for me. Just like I like capsule collections when it comes to clothing, I really like a signature look overall. So, you know how I'm saying I want to learn how to do my makeup? I want to learn how to do like a signature makeup style for myself. And honestly, I think I think it's something worth considering for content creators because you are establishing relationships every time you create a video. You are introducing yourself, putting yourself out into a new group of people every time you create a video. Yes, Shelly, an everyday look. I want to create a signature everyday look for myself. On different occasions, I don't mind switching up my hair. I don't mind having a different makeup look, but on an everyday basis, I want to look some type of way. But tying that into what I'm saying when it comes to content creation, when it comes to social media, you're introducing yourself on the regular to new folks, and you want to have something like a baseline. Like, I know, I know that's Nala. I just know that's her because by quick glance, that's the thing. People are scrolling constantly on their phone. You want people to have some type of recognition like that's you, you know? So that's why it's important for me to create a signature look. And for me, as someone, I went natural when I was in high school. I graduated in 2015. So this is like 2014 that I cut all my hair off. If my phone wasn't dead right now, I would show you guys. I've been down bald before. Maybe my husband will pull it up on his Instagram. He'll go to my archive page. Oh, he don't have an Instagram right now. But I would show you if my phone wasn't dead, and I don't have a charger near me at the moment. But I used to be bald twice. I did it. I didn't care. I let go of this hair, but I'm not trying to do that again. Um, why was I bringing that up? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Abigail says, I can't wait to see what you decide on your signature look. Oh, I was explaining to you guys my signature look. So I've been natural. I've worn my hair in an afro, curly before, short, cut down. When I was young, I had perms. I was a Nicki Minaj fan. I was a Barb. I did have dye a piece of my hair pink. Yes, I went through it. I did have blonde highlights in my hair before. I went through it. Dyed my hair and had a perm. You know what happened? My shit got hella thin, you know? But when I was in high school, I learned of the natural hair community. I didn't know nothing about natural hair. And mind you, I'm like 16 years, 17 years old, just finding out about natural hair. So I went through it basically. But I have decided in this time of my life, I do want to be a straight hair natural. That is my part of the signature look that I'm crafting. And I have been on the blowout wave, but the thing is, because I don't have a perm, blowouts don't last that long on my hair. Literally, I wish my phone was charged. Let me see if I could pull these pictures up for you guys so you can see what I'm saying. Literally, when I walk out of the salon or when I first get my hair done, my hair looks amazing. An hour later, it starts to frizz, you know? So I'm still trying to figure out like how am I gonna be a straight haired natural? But that is my signature look that I'm trying to build up. because I just like that clean, polished look. It's not that natural hair isn't clean and polished. It's not that I believe that. Honestly, if I could wear a straight back cornrows, I would. But God blessed me a lot on the forehead wave, so I don't think that's a good idea for me. And then when you're filming and you have straight back cornrows and it's like a head-on shot, it's just too much head. So I can't even do that. But for me, wearing my hair in some type of straight form just gives me the look that I'm going for. And everyone has a different signature look that they want to have, right? So it's to each his own. But I really like a clean, polished, put together type of look. And when I wear my hair natural, I'm just not able to get the same look over and over again. And if I want the same look over and over again, it takes a lot of work to do that. You guys know wash and goes. A wash and go isn't that simple. And when it comes to content creation, it needs to be camera on, I'm ready. Natural hair, I personally haven't found that wearing my natural hair allows for a camera on, ready to go. Let's film the content. And so maybe later on in my content creation journey, I will experience that. But right now, that's not my reality. It just isn't, guys. No harm, no foul here. I'm a natural person at heart, but I like my straight hair. I just like the look. Okay, so this is the day I got my hair done. Oh, but I don't know how to share the screen. Let's see. Settings, share screen, present, share screen. Window, photos, share. Oh, I don't know. I can't share the screen with you guys. It's not working. Okay, Shelly says, the fact that I wish I could do your hair makes me realize how much I love hair. This is, I believe, my third time going natural, and I will not be cutting it this time. Yeah, like me doing the big chop twice, I'm just not trying to go through the grow back phase. I know hair grows back, and I trust me, today I contemplated cutting my hair off again, but I'm just not trying to do it right now. Shelly says, I thought of becoming a straight hair natural, but I don't want to keep going to salons or have to do that myself. No, I feel you. I had a dry bar membership for almost a year. I just got rid of it because it had a good pricing model. But no, it's a valid concern. I don't mind my hair being heat damaged, which is actually pretty healthy because I don't straighten my hair every day or anything like that. But when I'm ready to not wear my hair straight and I'm ready to wear my curls again, I'm just going to transition out that heat damage hair and just go through that process. I don't see myself cutting off my hair again. Maggie says maybe bulk filming. I think so I have a daughter that's 1 years old, and honestly, my journey as a parent has came with a lot of unpredictability, and I'm trying to make my way to be someone that does bulk filming, but bulk filming comes with bulk preparing the video, bulk scripting, and that's where I'm having the hiccup at. Oftentimes, I get ideas for videos throughout the week. I'll plan the month out for videos, right? Then I get some ideas throughout the week, and then I want to act on it right away. And that's what I'm saying. I just want to be put together 24/7 so that I can act on my ideas in the moment because I just love that type of content creation. So we'll see. Lavender says, ready to go loungewear, ready to go hair, and easy makeup routine would be perfect. Thank you for summarizing what we've talked about so far. I have to repeat this again. Ready to go loungewear, ready to go hair, and easy makeup routine would be perfect. That's exactly what I'm striving for. Um, Maggie Lavender says, great point, Maggie. Bulk filming. I don't like bulk personally, but some it works well. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Lavender. Like, bulk is ideal. I think this is what I want to do. I want to do a mixture of bulk filming, mixture of creating in the moment. Bulk filming will be helpful for when life has its pop ups, right? When your content schedule isn't going as planned and shit is going left, you don't have time to sit down and create the video. At least you have some in the vault. All you have to do is edit it, create a thumbnail, put it up. That's what I want to do. Put some content videos in the bulk and in the vault. But I also want to be able to just create in the moment because I don't think I touched on why that is in detail, but the reason I want to be able to create in the moment is because that passion for whatever the topic is going to be apparent on camera. And with social media, with YouTube, since this isn't in person, for me, I want to create as much of an authentic and realistic atmosphere within my videos as if you were in my house and I said, come over, I need to talk to you about something. And I'm able to share that with you with as much passion as the first time I thought about it. When you have the bulk, sometimes you may not be able to capture all the energy that you want the other person on the receiving end of the video to feel. So that's why I just want to have a mixture of both in my content creation strategy. And with that being said, I need to have ready to go loungewear, ready to go hair and easy makeup routine so I can just turn on my camera and get this content out. I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with Think Media, and their saying is, you got to just press record. But here's the thing, you just can't always just press record when you look crazy, when you look a mess, because that's going to get in the way of the message sometimes that you're sharing. Sure, on platforms like TikTok, I'm sure there's people that went viral in their bonnet, but a bonnet isn't my personal brand. And that's something that we've talked about so far. It's just like, yeah, you could pull up looking however you want to, but now that becomes a part of your brand. And when you're trying to be intentional about building your personal brand, it's like you got to be intentional with showing up how you actually want to be perceived. I think that's another thing that's overlooked sometimes. Yes, come as you are. Like, I'm not in my season yet where I have my signature look. I'm not in my season where I have my signature look for branding. That's not going to stop me from creating content, but I have to like transition to where I want to be because this type of looking crazy, looking a mess, if I continue on with that, that's going to be associated with Nala, and that's not how I want to be perceived in this world. We have control over our perception. Especially if we're talking about looks, we have some type of control over that. And the thing is with YouTube, looks play a part in some shape or form. Like if someone doesn't want to watch your video because of how you look, you don't need them anyways, but it's just like I think the looks part has less to do with your audience, your potential audience, and more with how you show up on the platform. Shelly says the only thing that is quick for me is a twist out. I just unravel the twist and I'm ready. I've also been rocking mini twists, so I'm ready to go. I have considered mini twists. I actually been thinking about my summer look and I was thinking about mini twists, but the thing is with mini twists is going to take a long time for that to be done. And the thing with me, how I'm so neglectful, I don't want to fuck around and have dreads. So but Maggie says, it's a stretch for me too, lavender afternoons. Um, yes, yes, yes. That spontaneous passion shows through the screen, and I believe in it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to. That's a part of my content creation is having my viewer really feel deeply where I'm coming from. So, I also wanted to talk about some other layers of how I look. Like, I wanted to talk about some other layers of when you look good, you feel good. Another area where I've been struggling outside of like hair, makeup, like what I'm wearing and stuff like that, my in the house clothes is just like, how did I put it earlier? Let me see. I'm inconsistent with my skin and body maintenance. And I may be alone in that, but I'm inconsistent with my skincare and body care. I I put that shit last on my priority list. If I can get clean, cool. And even that can take a back seat sometimes if I'm just being fully transparent. And I don't want to be that kind of person. I want to just be someone that prioritizes my self-care, body care type of stuff because that's a layer of the whole look good thing. If we're talking about makeup, when you take care of your skin, your makeup looks even better. I feel like I have pretty decent skin, thankfully. Thankful to God. But I feel like the skincare and body care is a part of not looking a mess all the time. And just having those habits in place of like taking care of myself. I know like self-care is like, oh, like there's so much self-care content. Guys, remember when like these shower routine videos started being a trend? Like, I have probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't use all that type of stuff to take a shower. And even when I get more uh, prioritize my body care stuff, I'm not saying I want to start using 7 products whenever I take a shower. It's just more like the consistency of it all that I want to improve. But yeah, like the whole shower routine videos became a thing and they were motivational to me at a point. They definitely were like everything shower. Like I found those to be motivational, but there's so much self-care content, but it just like grazes the surface sometimes. It doesn't get to the center of it. And it's just like my everyone probably has a different center of it. My core of like when it comes to why I want to prioritize self-care is it's just good for me overall. But again, it's going to improve myself as a content creator. This is a job or a thing where it's you. You have to show up on camera. This is not a faceless channel. This is me. I'm building a personal brand off of me. And I'm just learning if I can figure out how to prioritize self care, my content will be improved. And I feel like that's like a concept that is hard to share to the masses. Like, it's hard for people to maybe even see that as a valid connection to make, but it truly is. Shelly says, that's an area I'm better in, but because I'm spending time in those areas, which causes me to get to bed later. So now I'm tired, but my skin is improving. Oh my gosh. Can we talk about this? I feel like one of the main reasons I don't prioritize skincare and body care is because of the time that it takes. I already have limited time. And for me right now, the nighttime is where I do most of my content creation. I'm already staying up late. I'm already on live at 12:41 a.m. Thank you guys who are with me right now. Um, actually on the live. So it's like when I get off, so you mean to tell me when I'm done creating my content, I'm supposed to go spend an hour and a half doing my skincare and my body care? When I have to wake up around 5 a.m., 8 a.m. when my daughter wakes up at the very latest, it just feels unrealistic. Self-care and body care just feels unrealistic. But I guess what I'm trying to tell myself is, if you want it bad enough, you're gonna find the time to do it. Like, I want content creation bad enough, so I found the time to do it. And like I said earlier, YouTube and everything like that has shown me, like, if it's a priority to me, I'll figure it out. And no, I can't apply that principle to everything in my life all at once, but I think I'm in a space where I'm willing to try to figure out this beauty stuff, this put together stuff. Like, I've had a goal to be put together. How did I used to put it? Um, Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That has literally been a goal of mine for so long. I'll say it again. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I've wanted to be that kind of person for at least 4 years. And I thought, like, when I first had the goal, great, I'll be this person surely by the end of in the next 12 months. And it's 4 years later, and I'm still not that person. So I'm just trying to figure out how can I call this stay ready mode. I want to be in stay ready mode. If my channel blew up tomorrow and YouTube called me out to LA for an event, I would be running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to make myself look presentable. That should not be the case. Like, that's another thing. When it comes to content creation, you never know when opportunity is going to arrive at your door. And when that opportunity arrives, wouldn't you want to be in the best mental space? Like, wouldn't you want to feel your best? And what usually leads to feeling good? Looking good. So for me, it all connects. It all connects. Hi, Sky. Oh my gosh, it's so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you, Sky, because you've been going live and you inspired me. You were one of my inspirations to start going live. Um, but yes, I feel as though, like, I just want to be prepared physically for when the opportunities that content creation can bring will arrive at my front door. Like, it to me, that would be in my best interest. And so I guess earlier, Abigail asked me or said something along the lines of, I can't wait. She asked, like, I would love to hear how you plan to do this. And I just have to start putting one foot in front of the other because I just feel like this whole put together 24/7 thing is going to take some time to come to life. I I don't even have the full plan written out or thought out, but I just know I have to start now. If I start now, by the time my channel is really popped off, I will be ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for anything that YouTube is going to throw my way if I start now trying to be put together all the time. And ultimately, I am connecting being put together 24/7 to YouTube because YouTube, being a successful YouTuber is my top goal right now. Top goal. But when I reach that goal, even after I reach that goal, being put together 24/7 is something that is a part of future her. Like, do you guys have your future self in mind? Do you think about what she's like? Do you know what she does? Do you know what she wears? I certainly have an idea of my future self, and she is put together 24/7. I was at a birthday party the other day, yep, this weekend, and the dads, the baby, a parent, the child's grandparent was there. She looked good, guys. She had an outfit on. She looked so put together, and you could just tell she's been looking put together, you know? She's been looking put together for years now. She had to be, like, at least in her almost 60 years old, but you couldn't tell that she had 6 kids, and you couldn't tell that she's probably almost 60 years old, and she's like a dentist, I think, and she just looked flawless. Like, I wanna be that for someone when I'm When I'm near 60 years old, I want to step into the room and I want to have the reaction that I gave her, like, you look good. Like you got that outfit. Like your outfit looks good. Like I really like the vibe you're giving off. Like I just want to be that role model for someone else. And I talk about that being that role model for strangers, but really, guys, I have a daughter. I have a daughter, and she needs to understand the importance of taking care of yourself just because, like putting your best foot forward just because. Sky says, I would love to collab with you, sis. Yes, I was thinking that too. I'm like, it would be so cool if me and Sky did a live together because we're both like really on it heavy with our YouTube journeys. If you don't know, Sky Hendon is on a challenge to get monetized within 90 days. So if her content hasn't touched your homepage yet, tap in with her. If you're like a new YouTuber, content creator, wondering, because I'm tuned in on her journey. Like I'm trying to see like what's gonna happen. Um, but yes, Sky, you are just know you doing what you do motivates others, and I'm one of them. Sky goes live like every week, and I'm like, she's doing it. She's getting views. Why not? Why not? And her just being on her journey to get monetized in 90 days, it's like put a fire underneath my butt. So Derek says, I watch Sky too. Yeah, like tap in with Sky if you haven't. Shelly said, I need some water. Shelly says, someone said this is the secret to balance. There is no balance. Whatever you say yes to, you are saying no to everything else in that moment. So, what do you want to say yes to? I love that so much. I've heard that there is no balance either. The way that I heard it, though, is like it was in regards to work life balance. I'm trying to remember it correctly, but the lady was saying, like you said, there is no balance. It's just it's just work and it's just life. And to that point, I really want oh, thank you, sweetie. I really want I really want content creation to be meshed in with my life, like fused into my life. Because when it's fused into my life, I can create content effortlessly. A lot of who's your favorite artist? Does everyone here love Beyonce? I hope you would say yes. Beyonce, like, come on, guys, we have to think about it. I know all of us here are around the same age. We've been listening to Beyonce since we were this big. We were this big listening to Beyonce. That means to some degree, her craft has became effortless for her to do. Not to say that she doesn't put in work, not to say that we don't put in work, but it's within us. It's just natural. And I want that to be the case for content creation so that I'm no longer looking for a balance. Everything, maybe there is no balance, but I think there is equilibrium. I'm definitely on the search to find equilibrium. And just tying this point into today's topic, I need to make content creation as easy as possible. And for me, if how I look is getting in the way of that, not how I look, I've dealt with insecurities. We could talk about that. We could talk about insecurities and feeling insecure because I've went through that before. But let me just close out this point. I if how I look is becoming a barrier to what I want to do in terms of this content creation thing, then I need to figure out a solution for it. So let me take a sip of water, and I do want to go over being insecure. Um, okay, so I've been wanting to be on YouTube since 2015. In 2015, I found Raven Elise. My friend put me on to vloggers. I had no idea vloggers exist. She gave me a few vloggers to check out. One of them was Raven Elise. I fell in love. Raven Elise was in college at that point. I had just started college. She was just like a big sister to me. And ultimately I was like, I could be a vlogger. I could do YouTube. Vlogged a little bit. I didn't have a computer I could edit off of, so I never uploaded my vlogs. And I just practiced talking to the camera, you know? So let's fast forward a little bit. Um, Life happens. I delayed doing YouTube, didn't like my surroundings, just common different struggles. Baby woke up, baby. Do you mind sitting with her, please? I had different barriers as to why I kept delaying YouTube. But around 2019, 2020, I was hella insecure. I didn't like the way I have a video of me saying I have like I don't like the way I look. Like when I turn on the camera, I don't like what I see. I think I said something like that. Being insecure, I think is a different level than just looking a mess all the time. Cause we could know that we look good, but we just look a mess because hey, like who has time to look put together, you know? Even now I could use some lip gloss or something on my lips. Jeez. But yeah, I was really insecure and I struggled with like feeling myself. How I looked and how I was looking on camera was like stopping me from getting onto YouTube. And I had to do some deep work. I had to do some shadow work, if we're being honest here. And I recognize, like, have you guys ever heard the term self loathing? I had heard it vaguely, but I didn't really know what it meant. And let's look at the definition of self loathing. I will I will share my screen with you guys so you can see it. Mm, so, self loathing is a feeling that resembles self hate as it constantly pushes the idea that you're not good enough. Yeah. I recognized in my doing my deep work that I was dealing with self-hatred and I didn't even know that. Like I just constantly was not being the most. It's one thing for other people to be mean to you or something like that, but I wasn't being nice to myself, especially when it came to my appearance. I was not loving. There was a lack of self-love, and what's the opposite of that? Self-loathing, self-hate. And when I recognize that, hate has always been a word for me that there's some people that use hate within their everyday language, but that's something I'm very mindful not to use because it's a strong word. And when I recognize, like, yo, you don't even like the word hate, but this whole time you basically been hating yourself for how you look or hating the way that you look instead of um, figuring out how to love the way you look. Because I was confident in myself, but then something happened where I just wasn't liking the image I was seeing in the mirror or on the camera. And it was really affecting me. So I went through my phase or whatever of just trying to figure out what the issue is and whatever it was. And eventually I got over it. But that season of insecurity, if we're talking about barriers to content creation, being insecure, especially about your looks, is truly a barrier to content creation because how can you be confident? It's hard to be confident on screen when you just don't like feel that in your heart, you know? So I had to get past that phase. And I just remember when I started to fuck with myself. Like I'm like again, like I didn't go through my whole life being insecure, but I had a season where I was definitely insecure. And I remember when I came out of that, when everything got clear, the clouds went away and I was clear about, okay, I'm beautiful. What am I tripping about? Like the reason I had went through that season of insecurity, it was during the pandemic and I was spending a lot of time online and I was doing a lot of comparison. I was doing a lot of comparison, and if you haven't heard this before, this saying has saved me a lot of times. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. And I had to keep repeating that. Affirmations was a big way for me to get out of that insecure period of my life. Just affirm, like I had to switch the negative chatter, the negative mental chatter into positive things and just remind myself of my beauty. So, yeah, I'm remember when I got out of that season of being insecure and it was such a weight off of my shoulders and it allowed me progress forward. In this season of my life, I don't feel insecure. I do like what I see on camera. I like what I see in the mirror. Even right now, I look a mess, but I'm not feeling like insecure about it. I just am very, what's the word? Not cautious. I'm very maybe concerned. I'm trying to be very intentional with how I show up online because YouTube online is a part of how I want to create income for myself. So I just feel like I need to be intentional about it. Everyone else that has a different type of job, or when I had other types of jobs, there was a level of intentionality. I want to be the best. I want to put my best foot forward. And for me, figuring out how to be put together 24/7 is a part of my way of putting my best foot forward. So, whoa, that was it felt really good to get this out and off my chest. This is literally something I've been thinking about today. I saw earlier that if I take you on the journey, if I take Lavender said, if you take us along with you on this journey, just thank you. Would love to follow along. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to bring those that want to on this journey. And honestly, I need it to be attached to content in order for me to be consistent and stick with it. So stay tuned if anyone's interested, because I will be documenting. Honestly, it's going to be about documentation. I just wanted to see if anyone here that's live had any final thoughts, anything that they wanted to say. I'm sorry, I'm like drinking this water in your ear, but my final thoughts on this topic, I'm just gonna repeat it. I'm tired of looking a mess, y'all. Like, I don't know if I elaborated on this point enough, but I only have this one life right now, and I wanna live my life to the fullest. I don't need to just be. I did kind of talk about it already a little bit, but it's on my heart. Like I want to live life to the fullest. I don't want to preserve my beauty for only special moments in life. I don't want to just show up. It's also kind of a form of self-sabotage, in my opinion, to myself. Like you God bless you with your own beauty and you want to hide it and only bring it out on special occasions. And when you're in your house with yourself, you don't want to like just present your beauty to your own self. Why not? You know? I don't know, I just I don't want to be self-sabotaging in that way. I just feel like recently I have been making myself not look my best because I've been making myself not look my best. I don't know why. But if I've been making myself not look my best because I feel like I don't deserve to, I'm just trying to break that feeling. I deserve to look good every day if that's what I want to do. I do. So I'm not gonna withhold that as a reward. Like, oh, you can only look good if this is going on, and like treat it as something so like I need to be scarce with my looking goodness. Like it's something that needs to be going on 24/7. That's the point here. So yeah, it doesn't seem like any of you guys have any final things that you want to say, but I appreciate you for just being a listening ear. If you're here with me live, I just appreciate that. It's late where I'm at, but it felt good knowing that someone's on the other side receiving what I'm saying. And I just hope that you have, if you're on a similar journey as me, I wish you nothing but the best. Like, let's be on our put together, stay ready mode. Like, activate stay ready mode now. Like, that's the spring. Today is a new moon and spring is coming along. So it's natural for this feeling of change to be in the air and just wanting. So if you've been feeling like something has to give, something needs to be different, and if it happens to be how you look and how you carry yourself, I would look more deeper into that and just be a little bit more intentional. Baby steps. I'm taking one step at a time. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.